Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic and addict in recovery. For many of us who suffered from some kind of substance use disorder, a lot of the rigidity in our personalities, it contributed to our substance use disorder, but it might also contribute to other positive aspects of our lives, such as the way with which we pursue our career goals, or the way with which we defend family members and protect our family. And so this rigidity that we have, once we're on a path and we're not going to veer from it. That can be both a plus and a minus. And I have found myself on the negative side of that recently. I've been had a lot going on in life. I've been creating these massive to-do lists of all the things I have to get done, and doing the kinds of things that I always advise my wife not to do, which is trying to cram every minute of every day with something that needs to get done. And if I've got 5 free minutes, trying to find a 7-minute task to cram down in there that I can get done. And when you start doing that, it creates a lot of stress in your life. And it's important for us to recognize when we're doing that and when we need to back off some, because that's the kind of stress that can lead us back down to roads where we start experiencing emotions and start acting out in ways that look a lot like the way that we might have felt or acted when we were in our active addiction. I found myself in this position today. I didn't feel like the last couple of days had been particularly stressful, but looking back, I did have a lot of stuff going on. And it wasn't that it was difficult stuff. It wasn't that it was necessarily bad stuff or stuff that was stressful by itself, but it was stuff. And I found myself today with a pretty big list of things that I felt like I needed to get done. And that's a dangerous word. Need is a dangerous word. And I felt like I needed to get this stuff done. And fortunately, one of the things I felt like I needed to get done was to go to a refuge recovery meeting, Buddhist-based recovery meeting, where meditation is a big part of it. And as I was sitting there, as I was meditating during the meeting, I realized that I had been causing myself a lot of stress by trying to do too much, just when it wasn't absolutely necessary. And I said, you know what, I'm going to back off of some of the things that I had on my list today. Those can wait till tomorrow. I think that's okay for us to do sometimes. And sometimes it takes a reminder that it's okay. We live in a society that, you can walk around the store and see people carrying shopping bags that say, I hustle hard and hustle all day and night. We live in a society where working yourself or being busy constantly is seen as a positive thing. And don't get me wrong, there are times in life where that's appropriate. There are times in life where it's appropriate to be going full bore, going as fast as you possibly can and still feeling like you're not getting enough done. That's going to happen every now and then. But I have found for myself, and I have seen in other people in recovery, we often cause those problems for ourselves by either taking on too much or assigning a higher level of necessity to something than it actually has. And when I looked at my to-do list for this afternoon, the things that I thought had to be done, none of them had to be done. There's a couple of things I needed to take care of. Like this video was one thing I needed to do because this is something I do every day for my recovery. I'm really, really stringent about that. But otherwise, the other stuff that I had on my list, it can wait till tomorrow. And it's actually helping me to balance things out, because I was going to end up in a situation, now that I'm looking at it, where I kind of did everything today and ended up being stressed out, and then had just kind of time to fill tomorrow, which that's nice sometimes. But what's better in my estimation is finding a balance that allows us to maintain a little bit more of an even keel. And as it was, I was feeling myself getting ramped up, and the level of agitation, irritation was increasing, and that's not where I want to be right now. And right now I can afford to take those things that I was supposed to do this afternoon, move them to tomorrow, and it's not a problem. Doing that and saving myself from the stress, the anxiety, the irritation is going to help me save a little bit of reserves for the next time when that isn't a choice. Because there will be a time where I just have to push through my feelings of being overwhelmed and get it done. And so we got to be smart about the way we engage with our lists of things to do. We got to be smart about the way we engage with time, because if you're running on empty constantly, then you're going to end up out of gas at some point. But if you do that and then take a little bit of time to refuel and are smart about when you refuel, you can keep things going even when you end up hitting those rocky patches where you really have so much to do you don't know how to get it done. So I think it's really important for all of us, both within recovery and outside of recovery, to take a look at those times where we're trying to get things done just because we feel compelled to be busy and to get as much done as possible in a day. Sometimes it's okay to take breaks. And if we are aware of our feelings, if we're aware of kind of the way we're interacting with the world around us, and start, like I did today, start seeing places where, wow, I'm getting a little irritable, I'm getting a little touchy, maybe I just need to take a little break and relax some. If that opportunity is available, there's nothing wrong with doing it. So, and then that'll help you save a little strength for the time where you don't have that choice. You got to push through anyway. That's all I got for today. Hope you have a good one. Get some time to relax, and I'll be back here tomorrow with more.